Forgive me for pulling you aside again, but, well, there's so much to process right now. The emissary, the hunter, the unity, an entire multiverse. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it all. Why wouldn't you be? The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. The same, yet different. It's unbelievable. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe has just been made obsolete. It's exciting, but we've made so many mistakes along the way. I worry about the damage we've done to ourselves. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more time being prepared for the consequences. Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans as a species. This rushed curiosity has led us to enter the Unity and become Starborn. It certainly is. Without curiosity, our motivation to explore would vanish. But in this case, there's a difference between exploring the cosmos and blindly entering the unknown without being prepared for the consequences. Yes, and look what it's cost us. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of needlessly violent crusade between the hunter and the emissary. You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squabbling over something like the artifacts. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good. Yes, I agree, but not at the expense of erasing our own existence. When you pass into whatever lies beyond, we don't know what will become of you. Will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life like it's clearly consumed the Starborn? Of course not. I am, and always will be, an explorer at heart. My concern is how fundamental the change will be to ourselves as people. We don't even know if you'll remember anything about this conversation. I'm worried what that will mean between us. I'm just as curious to find out what's on the other side as well. But that's not the point. As the chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the Unity. It would be the pinnacle exploration of our lives. However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. You and I, as we stand here right now, will essentially cease to exist. You're a respected colleague, and I wouldn't want to lose you. I can tell that you really believe that. I should have more faith in you. I'm sorry. Listen, I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or diminish the enticement of this incredible opportunity. All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown. Thank you. Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again, haven't I? I'm getting quite good at that lately. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think what we discussed. I know I will. should be plenty of organic materials to harvest from this world.
I picked up something you might be interested in. Hey. I certainly do. It's all yours. Until later. I can't think of a better place to recharge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
These last glimpses from the Eye are from the farthest fringes of known space. Could be the only remaining pieces outside the hands of the Starborn.
Right, sure.
Catch a smile out there.
Well, okay, fine. I had heard that Buddha's tooth may still exist. I was trying to find out if there's any truth to it.
Hey, you might want this.
Hello, stranger. I just finished cooking up some food. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
I would move the stars for you. But I hope it does not come to that. In the end, you chose the UC over the Crimson Fleet. Do you believe that was the right choice? I can respect that. I am no supporter of the United Colonies, but I also could not bring myself to side with the fleet and what they represent. Did getting that close to Delgado and the fleet make it difficult at all? It can be harder to act against someone
Want to hear a joke?
once you get to know them.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis? Everybody!
Nor do I think you should be, but in this case, I believe you made the right call. They were pirates, after all. It would be foolish to think, though, that we have seen the last of the Crimson Fleet. We may have eliminated the leadership, but there are many more pirates out there. I would say you have done more than enough. For now, you should enjoy your hard-earned victory. You have done a service for all of the settled systems. Can we speak for a moment?
Hey, it's my bye now.
So, We finally have all the answers. And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before. This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much. Does it? Perhaps you find all this satisfactory, but I am afraid I do not. We must take the word of a murderer and follow him into the Unity? What if it does nothing the Starborn have claimed? I do not know how to respond. I understand what you are trying to say, but I just cannot feel the same way. Yes, I understand there are profound implications to all of this, but I do not see how you can be so eager to follow in the footsteps of the Starborn. Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this Unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, and what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us? Your conviction is impressive. I hope it is rewarded. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. The faces change, but bad guys are still bad guys.
Need something, Captain?
I hope Cora doesn't get too much underfoot. So we know the answer. Who are the Starborn? Well, we are. We're some cracked mirror version of ourselves. The whole thing seems unreal. Sometimes you say the strangest things. I was hoping the Starborn were somehow so advanced that their concerns were cosmic, significant. Instead, they're fighting over goddamn toys like we've been doing since caveman times. It's just a stupid game to them. And all our deaths and suffering, not relevant. And they seem to be just as messed up as the rest of us. So the Unity is a gateway. A gateway to countless possibilities. And you have a chance to go through it. Imagine. I'd be lying if it doesn't sound like the adventure of a lifetime. I don't know if you're taking anyone with you. But if you take me, I got no idea if I'd go through or not. If it weren't for Cora, I'd jump on it in a heartbeat. Cora would probably shove both of us out of the way and dive in first. Born explorer, that girl. Exactly, right? My head is still spinning. Maybe after a few nights' sleep, it'll be clearer. Take care.
Fascinate me. This is amazing. The Unity, the multiverse. This is everything and more, literally. You were probably just as surprised. Come on, it's mind-blowing. This explains so much, though. They're disorganized, petty, weird, and also deeply fascinating at the same time. Because they are just people. We never rule that out, but it feels so good to know we weren't fighting against robot alien ghost gods or something. Seriously though, you're right. Time is the key. We're only limited by time. Or maybe not. Hell, I don't even know. Isn't it marvelous? But it all comes back to this. We don't know what will happen if you enter the Unity. You might lose yourself or become a two-headed space shark. There are too many variables. What? No. I just have to go back and forth about it for a while first, and then I'll be completely fine. Just part of my process. Of course, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But I will say this. Our entire purpose in Constellation is to explore. Why would we stop now? I'm with you. I'm not gonna hold you back. But if you know, become evil or whatever, I'm also not gonna have your back. Take your time. I don't think the offer expires. And even if I decided to enter the Unity, I'd probably still be paralyzed by the choice of how. Do I take a small step or a giant leap? And figuratively, they're the same thing. On that note, there's something else I'd like to discuss with you, if you have time. It's not on the scale of entering the Unity, but it is tangentially related. Thanks. This has been swirling in my brain goo for a while now. So, I've been pondering over what's happened and what it all means. And I've got a favor to ask. A teensy-weensy favor. About the size of a plank length, really. I think it's time I joined you in the physics-bending powers business. See if one of those temples works for more than just you. Marvelous. I'm glad you're as gung-ho about this as I am. As it so happens, I've already talked to Vladimir. Seems our eye in the sky is back up and running. He sent me the coordinates for the temple already. We just have to visit. I know now isn't the best. your call. Something's happening. Something big. And maybe weird. What in the... Who in the... Whoa. Hello, handsome. You've got to be joking. Nope. Okay. Skipping the initial shock of it all. Agreed. Not worth it. Forming a hypothesis. Molecular binary schism? Temporal twinning? Group hallucination? Don't forget the fluctuations in the energy patterns, which align almost deterministically. Harmonized vibrations distorting some mechanical barrier between neighboring universes? Impossible to know with such a minute subset of readings. We need more data. Obviously. Whoa there. Sustaining this connection requires a lot of concentration. Is this permanent? You will eventually monitor the energy fluctuations and agree. But no, this is unusual. I could study this forever. Irvin told me to just enjoy it and collect data on the side for later. And I'm glad I did. Irvin? He's with you. He's... okay? By the tone of your voice, I'm gathering some things in our lives might be a bit different. Is he happy? Yes, he is. Our daughter pilots the ship after Vasco was destroyed. But otherwise, we've survived the war well. I have so many questions. I wonder how many paths I've taken. We've taken. How many variations? How many ended with heartache and how many with joy? I think about that all the time. Wait. What's that noise? Starborn ship. We can handle this. On it. Sometimes these places are kind of creepy. Just being serious. Something happened. I can't hold on to you. I'm struggling. Being pulled through the barrier. This is probably it, friends. Son? Cherish every moment with them. I already do, my friend. I promise.
So look, for the record, I am the same Barret that came here with you. For sure. I think. Isn't it? I mean, hey, at least only one other Barret appeared. Imagine if an army of, me showed up. Besides, it is a bit exhausting to sustain just one extra me. Anyway, it's a relief, you know. I have this ability, this power, and I'm still just me. Just regular Barret. And I already feel like it's subsiding. I no longer feel like I'm in a huge crowd. I thought so too. Other me, other Barret, seemed like he was able to handle himself well in that fight. Anyway, we'll see. If the other me gets in the way, I can just release him or stop using the power entirely. For now, I just need to use this power a bit and digest what all has happened. That's pretty exhausting, really. So I might only do it when I feel like we could use backup. For now, anyway.
Something like this.
Millions of years old. The secret of the century. Hell,
Human civilization. Can I help? Always. Point the way and we'll be off.
Sarah! Sarah, good to see you again, my dear friend. I expect to hear some exciting tales when you two return.
I'll try, but I doubt any of them will compare to the spectacular tales that we hear you spin.
in service to the Sioka Syndicate. They are worth no tears. Good. Perhaps it will soon terrify others. This Deimos makes fine vessels, capable of much destruction. It is worth every credit we paid. I feel on the edge of a great abyss. Whether the plunge will result in death or immortal glory, only time will tell. With you on my side, there's nothing that cannot be done. Know that you are my friend. And no matter what comes, Genghis Khan will always remember that.
Landing site is submission. Bringing the ship down.
Think this is bad? Try suit walking on the exterior of the military.
remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy? Well, it got me thinking, so I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor. Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back. She absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
Yeah, must have scattered.
Yeah, I thought so too. That's why I adopted her methods. You know, Aja and I logged quite a few interesting discoveries together, but it was the journey itself that I'll never forget. We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report. Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly. No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions. Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself. You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there. And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you. I don't know if I deserve to be that close to anyone right now. If you knew about the things that I've done, the way my life's unfolded, I think your opinion of me might change. Please, give me some time. I have to go. loaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.